Coming up, Nelson Mandela back at home.
And beautiful sunrise out there. This is a look at what it looks like right now. We're talking heat, but relief on the way. I'll let you know when. Coming up.
And find out what caused problems for about a dozen riders at a charity bike race in Little Rock.
Live from your breaking news leader, Fox 16 Good Day Arkansas starts now.
Good morning and welcome to Fox 16 Good Day. I'm Deidre Wilson on this Labor Day.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Walters in for Greg D today. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their Labor Day so far. Probably waking up, maybe getting things ready for this afternoon.
Absolutely. Maybe you're out grilling or you're just spending some time with the family or just plain old relaxing because normally you're laboring. But if you're like us and we're at work, we're happy to be here.
Exactly.
And happy to have you.
Yeah, happy to be here on this Labor Day, too.
Hope you have some good news for the weather.
Much better news.
Okay.
It is going to be hot today, but relief on the way. We actually do have some much cooler temperatures to look forward to. Here's a look at what it looks like outside right now. Great sunrise. You can see kind of off to the right or left side of your screen. A little bit of the pinkish and orangish colors out there, so it's looking good for us here this morning. That's what you can expect as you step outside. We did have a little bit of shower activity. Actually, for the northern half of the state, things are pretty quiet, but as we look down to the south, it's a little bit more on the heavier side. I'll talk about some of the rain into the area coming up in a bit. Temperatures in the 70s. It's 77 right now, Little Rock. We have 73 Clinton, 70 Mountain Home, 72. That's your temperature in Batesville. Adding in the humidity, it feels a little bit warmer out there. Not too bad. 79 right now, Little Rock. 70 up in a Mountain Home. Cooler off to the north. A cold front on the way. It's going to move through the region and supply us relief from the heat as we look a little bit later on into this afternoon. We're talking those temperatures back into the upper 80s, even low temperatures will be into the 60s, so it's feeling a little bit better for us here. As far as what's going on with traffic this morning, things not too bad, actually pretty quiet out there. We can see where we do have some heavier areas of traffic as we see off to the north. U.S. Highway 67, things going a little bit on the slower side. Heading into Maumelle, getting off of 430, could be dealing with a little bit of traffic. But it is Labor Day morning. I know a lot of people are off of work, so I think things will be pretty quiet for the rest of the morning. But if you are stepping outside this morning, could see a little bit of rain. Want to be sure you are taking your proper precautions out on the roads. Again, people are going to be out celebrating this holiday, so always want to take extra cautious when you're out and about. Deidre?
Thanks, Nat. And good morning to you on this Labor Day. Nelson Mandela spent his first night at home in over 2 months last night. The anti-apartheid icon was taken to the hospital June 8th for a lung infection. He spent 87 days in a Pretoria hospital. He remains in critical condition, but stable condition. His family says he's receiving the same care at home that he would have received at the hospital. They're happy he's home, and so far, a number of well-wishers are as well.
Good to be home of Mandela. Yes, we were worried at the time he was at the hospital because he's the man who offered himself for us.
Matia, if he's back at home, I'm feeling free. Everything is okay to me. I'm feeling free. If I'm going free. I'm a man now. He's a father of a nation.
Mandela is 95 years old. Happy that he's back at home. President Bill Clinton traveling to the natural state to show his support for the Affordable Health Care Act. The invitation-only event will be held Wednesday at the Clinton Presidential Center. Polls show a large percentage of Americans aren't really sure what all the law does, and many believe it has been repealed. A Central Arkansas paramedic comes up with an idea that could help save the lives of Arkansas children. 7-year-old Hannah Martin died in Garland County last year. The bus driver never saw her. But Hannah's light is to prevent another tragedy like that. It's a reflective blinking light which helps drivers spot students. There's a clip on the back so kids can attach it to their clothes or their backpacks.
The other bicyclists were riding in the exact same area and got flat tunes.
Where is Simon Luke? I never heard of him.
And people in Garland County supported the idea as well. So far, they've donated close to $5,000 for Hannah's Light Project. This school year, Garland County students grades 1st through 3rd will get the light.
You know, we're supposed to believe in the same God I believe in. You don't care if I have anywhere to go or not.
A Benton man is criticizing a neighborhood church after he was evicted from a home where his mother had died a week before. Now, the man says the church only gave him 10 days to pack up and go. But as Fox 16's Josh Berry tells us, the church says they had every reason to force him out.
I'm angry and I'm hurt.
William Burnett has nowhere to go with no time to figure it out.
He told me he's sorry and that I had 10 days to get out.
Burnett says he's lived in this house in Benton with his mother for most of his life, forced in the end to provide 24-hour care for her until the day she died.
Yeah, I lost a mom, not a mother-in-law.
But it was 7 days later, Burnett and his fiancée were given an eviction notice with 10 days to leave.
They don't take none of that into consideration.
The Benton Foursquare Church 2 doors down owns the home and the property. They had an agreement with Burnett's mother for her to live there free of charge. But since she's no longer with us, they now want Burnett and his fiancée gone.
This isn't right. It's not morally right. It's not ethically right.
But property management says they do have the right.
And to be honest with you, they're squatters.
David Brewer is the property manager. He's also the son of the pastor of the church and says Burnett and his wife have destroyed the home and have had on multiple occasions the cops called since their mother's death.
The last thing I want to do is see something being blemished towards the church by the cops being at the house every other night.
They say the church had prior plans anyways.
That house will be gone. The only reason why the church bought it was to make a parking lot out of it.
Burnett says they don't want to be here forever. They just want more than 2 weeks following his mother's death.
I'm having a hard time believing that this house of God down here, these people that you know, supposed to believe in the same God I believe in, don't care if I have anywhere to go or not.
They say they'd expected to at least been given the 30 days that's common with many eviction notices. However, they now expect they'll be leaving by Tuesday or be forced to leave at the end of the holiday weekend. Back to you.
Thanks, Josh. Now, the Fox 16 bottom line on this story, the church owned the home but agreed to let this man's mother live there for free. However, once she died, the church said her son became a nuisance and evicted him. Now, this all happened in the last week of August. And what was supposed to be a charity bike ride turned out to be much more, with several riders getting flat tires. Well, the cause, tacks on the trail. Chantal Roberts showed us a photo of the tacks she found inside her tire from last Saturday morning's bike and hike for ALS ride around Two Rivers Park. She says at least 10 other riders had the same problem. Pulaski County Sheriff's detectives say there's no way to know if this was done on purpose. But with tacks found spread out for a couple of miles and in the bike path, Roberts says it's no accident.
And for someone to do something like this maliciously, it destroyed our good time. You know, ruined our good time, ruined the fact that we could have some relaxation and fun.
So, if you know anything about this incident, call the Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. And this extended holiday weekend is in full gear, including a campaign promoting motorcycle safety. In the last 5 days, police reported 3 deadly motorcycle accidents. One of the 3 people who died from the motorcycle accidents in the last 5 days wasn't wearing a helmet. Now, the victim's wife saying how things could have been much different today if he had it on. People at Arkansas Motorcycle Safety in Little Rock say their goal is to properly train bike riders by putting them through safety courses and reinforcing the importance of wearing riding attire like helmets.
Fatalities that we do have, over 80% are the fault of the motorcyclist. Here again, lack of skill, speed, alcohol.
Vanover says speed is the #1 factor behind motorcycle accidents. Fatalities are down by 40% this year compared to last year. And Vanover also says the economy plays a role in the decline, but believes more needs to be done to lower the number of motorcycle accidents. Turning to what's trending now this morning, thought we'd have a little fun. Our associate producer, Dion King, came up with this one. The top 10 most annoying songs. This was back in the 70s. Okay. When you click on this link on our Facebook page, it's going to be a list of songs from the 70s. But I wanted to know, overall, what's your most annoying song? And you said...
Call Me Maybe. Okay, I know it was the hit song. Everybody loved it, but I had to change the station every time it was on. I guess it's fun, it's catchy, but yeah. I guess not so catchy to me.
Yeah,
and
it just
you?
Annoyed you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I have to go back and think of the 70s, and then I'll think of some other ones. But right now, I'm not a fan of Robin Thicke's song, the new one.
I can see
can't
where you're
even tell you
coming
what
from.
it's called.
Yeah.
But they play it all the time. It's like whatever is hot. It gets. It's called, okay, Dion says it's called Blurred Lines. It's blurry to me because it just doesn't do anything for me. And when it's hot, it's in heavy rotation, and that bugs me.
Yeah, I'm sure the VMA performance didn't help with thinking that it was any better
Right, because he was hoping he was going to get all this publicity, and then Miley overshadowed him. But
yeah.
I like Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
I like me some Robin Thicke.
Fun song, but we have responses from other people too, so we want to keep on getting your responses. Craig Delk says, "We will rock you and we are the champions. If you aren't sick of it, you've been living without electricity for 35 years. That's what he says there.
I like that. I like that. All right. But it's such a great theme song.
It is.
Rance,
heading you into a game, anything like that?
Exactly. All right. Rance, let's cue that up. What's his name? Robert?
Craig.
Let's cue that up for Craig. We are the champions. All right. So tell us what your most annoying song is, whether it's from the 70s or any time right now. Connect with us at Facebook at FOX16HD or Twitter at FOX16 News. Use the hashtag FOX16GoodDay to catch our attention. All right. College football started this weekend, but the pros haven't started yet. That means this one is for Natalie right here. Fantasy football is in full swing. We'll break down the numbers of the game coming up next.
I'll have this in my head all day. Here's a look at what's going on our radar. Some showers developing to the southern half of the state. I'll have your full forecast coming up right after this.
This is crazy.